Hi, this video is on the good and bad aspects of Bitcoin. Before we go into detail, our team will give you a basic understanding of Bitcoin. The topic we'll cover here is: what is Bitcoin? How does it work? How does one acquire Bitcoins? Is it legal? Can Bitcoin be regulated? Is it secure? And what are good and bad aspects of it?
Bitcoin is an electronic currency system, also known as cryptocurrency, that allows payments to be made directly from person to person without using a bank, as you would with a credit or debit card transaction, or another third party like PayPal. Bitcoin works on a peer-to-peer computer network rather than through a third party, and is open source and self-governing. Nobody is in charge of Bitcoin, and only those who use Bitcoin are in charge of it. From a user perspective, Bitcoin is pretty much like cash for the internet. This technology and network, as well as the currency itself, is referred to as Bitcoin. The reality is that Bitcoin is extremely complicated, and no one definition fully encapsulates it. By analogy, it is like being able to send a gold coin using email. How does it work? Bitcoins are created by mathematical computations and policed by millions of computer users called miners. Bitcoins are, in essence, electricity converted into long strings of code that have money value. They are virtual coins designed to be self-contained for their value. Once you own Bitcoins, they act like physical gold coins. They possess value and trade just as if they were gold. You can use Bitcoins to purchase goods and services online, or you can hold on to them and hope that their value increases over the years. How does mining take place? People are sending Bitcoins to each other over the Bitcoin network all the time, but unless someone keeps a record of all these transactions, no one would be able to keep track of who paid what. The Bitcoin network deals with this by collecting all of the transactions made during a set period into a list called a block. It's the miner's job to confirm those transactions and write them into a general ledger.
What is hashing? When a block of transaction is created, miners put it through a process. They take that information in the block and apply a mathematical formula into it, turning it into something else. That something else is far shorter, seemingly random, a sequence of numbers and letters known as hash. That hash is stored with the block at the end of the blockchain at that point in time. Hash has some interesting properties. It is easily produce a hash from a collection of data like a bit block, but particularly impossible to work out that data just by looking at the hash. And while hash are easily produced from a large amount of data, each hash has its own unique properties. If you just change one character of a block, its hash will completely change as well. If you try to fake a transaction by changing a block that has already been stored in the blockchain, that block hash would change as well. If someone checked the block's authenticity by running a hash function on it, they would find the hash was different from the one already stored along with the block in the blockchain. The block would instantly spot a fake.
Let's cover good and bad aspects of Bitcoins. It is possible to send and receive any amount of money anywhere in the world at any time. Individuals don't have to worry about bank holidays or transferring money outside of the country. You are in control of your money, as there is no central authority figure in the Bitcoin network. There is no third-party seizure. Nobody can seize Bitcoins, and governments cannot freeze someone's wealth. Users of Bitcoins basically have complete freedom to do anything they want with their money. There are low fees. Bitcoin payments are made with either no fees or very low fees. There is no taxes. It is impossible for a third party to intercept transactions of Bitcoins, and therefore there is no way to implement a Bitcoin taxation system. The only way to pay a tax would be if someone voluntarily sends a percentage of the amount being sent as a tax. There are fewer risks for merchants. Bitcoin transactions are secure, irreversible, and do not contain individuals' personal information. This protects merchants from losses caused by fraud or fraudulent chargebacks. Let's talk about security and control. Bitcoin users are in full control of their transactions. It is impossible for merchants to force unwanted or unnoticed charges, as can happen with other payment methods. Though each Bitcoin transaction is recorded in a public log, names of buyers and sellers are never revealed, only their wallet IDs. While that keeps users' transactions private, it also lets them buy or sell anything without easily tracing it back to them. This offers strong protection against identity theft. Information is transparent. With the blockchain, all finalized transactions are available for everyone to see. However, personal information is hidden. Your public address is what is visible, but your personal information is not. Anyone, at any time, can verify transactions in the Bitcoin blockchain. Also, Bitcoin protocol cannot be manipulated by any person, organization, or government.
Bad of Bitcoin: lack of awareness and understanding. Many people don't know what Bitcoin is or how it works. In order to properly store and use Bitcoin, it requires a certain degree of technical understanding. The more we understand digital currencies, as well as the Bitcoin concept, the more inclined we will be to use it. Bitcoin is only now gaining attraction with merchants, and the number of businesses accepting it is growing daily. Another bad aspect of Bitcoin is that it is new and still developing. There are many incomplete features that are being developed, and Bitcoin is still considered as an experimental type of technology. New tools, features, and services are being developed to make Bitcoin more secure and accessible to the masses. Another bad aspect of Bitcoin is built-in deflation. There are approximately 12.5 million Bitcoins in existence. Each Bitcoin will be worth more and more as the total number of Bitcoins max out. The Bitcoin system is designed to reward early adopters. Another bad aspect of Bitcoin is that wallets may be lost. If a hard drive crashes or if there is a virus, the wallet file can be corrupted. There have been instances where Bitcoin have been lost. Bitcoin inventors can lose their Bitcoins within seconds with no way to recovering them. No physical form. Bitcoins cannot be used in physical stores, and a universal system needs to be proposed and implemented. No one knows the future of Bitcoin. No one knows what will become of Bitcoin. It is mostly unregulated, but that could change. Governments are concerned about taxation and their lack of control over the currency.